Hello and welcome back to another snapshot video. In today's snapshot we are taking a look at snapshot 20W09A, and in today's snapshot we have new blocks which you can see around me, new functionality and new things to take a look at. Let's jump straight into things. Right, we're going to jump around, and you may have noticed that we have this block here which we saw at Minecon Live 2019. That was all the way back in September. This here is the target block. Now this target block can be crafted with 1 hay bale and 4 pieces of redstone dust, and this will give you this block. And the placing sound is like hay bale. It's kind of got that texture in the background, a bit like a hay bale. And this, as you will guess, we can throw items onto. Over here I've got this tiny little setup here. We've got a piece of redstone dust coming out the side. Interesting facts about these ones, these will directly connect to redstone, so we don't need to run direct lines into it. We can run straight into and do something just like that, which is quite an interesting, nice piece of tech. But if we take a look at this, let's say I throw my trident and I'm going to aim for a bullseye just there, you will see that gives an output down there. Now I'm going to try and hit the side. You will see the output is a lot less. Now this is actually, I apologise for being quite hard to view on here. So what we're going to do is, you know what, that's the first block I get. I'm very sorry, but that is dire right there. And you will see if we go on the side, we get a low redstone output value. And the closer we get to the centre, the higher and the strength of the output we get. Now let's say we throw an arrow onto there. You'll see there is a certain length of poles that is on for. Now I haven't measured this in ticks just yet, but as you'll see, you can leave the item on there and it doesn't need to be picked up for the target block to be reset. So this has got some very interesting functionality. Now one thing I think it would be a good thing to try on camera, let's grab a redstone comparator just like this. We're going to place this, you know what, let's just replace this one just here. We're going to place a block down there, and I've lost the comparator. Let's quickly grab that back out just like that. We're going to place that in there. Let's see if a comparator works with this. A comparator does work, and I'm then guessing a redstone repeater is also going to do this exact same thing and work the same. But I'm guessing obviously that will give out a full output, so yeah, we can use these without even needing to worry about the output levels which this gives out. But that's only one of the 2 new blocks we've received in today's update. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw that stuff on the floor over there. We're not going to need that any longer. Take a look at this. This is crying obsidian. This is obsidian, this is crying obsidian. Now the first thing I thought about testing is let's go into game mode survival, just like that. And I thought let's test the breaking speed. So we're going to break that block of obsidian. Yep, let's take a look at that. That's as you would expect. And it seems that both crying obsidian and obsidian have the same lengths of breaking times. Now, currently, as far as we know, crying obsidian doesn't have any functionality just yet. It cannot be crafted, and the only way I found it to be obtainable so far in survival mode is by bartering with, now they've all run away from me typically, with one of these guys. Hello, piglins. Now, there's some other things we should know about this. They have changed the way we can barter with piglins. I am going to give these guys some gold, and hopefully we'll see what they do. Anyone? Gold? Gold? Awesome. Anyone? And as you will see, thank you for the first opportunity. He gave me some crying obsidian. Now, if you remember right back in the old days, I believe, was it a thing in the Bedrock edition or the Pocket edition? I cannot remember off the top of my head right now, but we used to be able to have a block called crying obsidian, and this was used, or the idea was to be able to reset your spawn point in the nether. As we know that beds, if we grab a bed up and we right click on a bed, yeah, it gets a bit bangy. Alright, it's not fun, and everyone's running away. He's terrified. He's off. You're off, aren't you? Anyway, I want my gold back. That's also another thing. The bug with killing piglins when they have taken your gold is no longer a thing. So those all those sort of farms you saw coming out of sort of Doc M, Ilmango and the Psycraft guys will no longer function, but obviously that is expected as we're in a snapshot. But as we will see, the trades from bartering have now changed a lot. Take a look at this. We've got obsidian really easily and very quickly. That is one of the most common traits I've actually seen from the piglins, which is very, very interesting. I'm just going to turn on hitboxes so we don't miss any of the drops we are given. So there we've got some warped nylium, we've got some gravel, we've got some fire charges. So I'm guessing the levels have all been balanced out and refigured again. Really interesting to see obsidian back in here. It means it is technically it's a lot easier to get hold of, which is very, very interesting. What else did we get hold of? We've got some magma creams there. We've got some warped fungi and things like that there. Very, very interesting. This is just reminded me by seeing that chicken over here. The target block will detect eggs and snowballs, and I'm guessing there will be some other things in here which I'm not thinking of that it will also detect. Alongside this, these guys, when bartered with, might give you a potion of fire resistance. That is very, very interesting. That is an awesome way to get hold of this. Now, this is obviously one of the trades that I got, and this was a 3-minute potion. I'm sure there are loads of other blocks which I haven't yet obtained, only from this tiny, tiny bit of trading. We also have some other changes to one of our favourite mobs. Well, to some. I'm sorry, Silent Whisperer. It is the end. It is the end of the zombie pigman, because now we have the zombie piglin. The Zombified Piglin. Oh, these names. This is the one-eared Zombified Piglin here. So this has the exact same functionality as the zombie pigman, just a bit of a different texture, obviously, so it links in with all of the lore between the piglins and the Zombified Piglin. And is it me, or do these guys seem scared? I've got a feeling these guys are scared of the zombie piglins. Zombified piglins. Let's do a bit of a test. Let's go and grab one of these piglins. We are going to... Let's jump right out of the way, hopefully where there is no other creatures roaming around. Right, we're going to come down here. I'm going to place a zombified piglin, and I'm going to place one of those guys. He's definitely making away, and I mean, Soul Sand was a bad choice for location for that. But yeah, let's take a look down here, and you may have also just noticed down there, we will take a look. Yeah, I think those guys are definitely scared of the Zombified Piglins. It's one of you guys. It's one of your own, just a little different. But as we will see, if we take a look at this, the biome fog has now been changed. So there's a nice, smooth transition between the two, which looks very, very nice. Obviously, this applies to every single biome: the warped forest, the crimson forest, and obviously the Soul Sand Valley, alongside the Nether Wastes, as it is being demonstrated for us right here, which is very, very nice. It's very unlikely. It's very rare that you end up running into all the biomes you want all at once. I've got the changelog next to me. Let's take a look at anything else we need to take a look at, which for this we need to grab a lava bucket. So this has got a very interesting piece of functionality which I've just read on the changelog. We're going to place down some of that, and apparently these guys, yes, as we can see, are now being moved like lava. That means it's acting like water does in the overworld. Entities will get moved by lava, which previously they didn't. As you'll see, even I am getting moved across. Obviously, entities will still burn in lava if they are not one of the fire-resistant mobs. Obviously, that is still applying as it was before. We also have other things. Your hose are now going to get usefulness. If we take a look over here, now I just want to get away from these guards because I'd rather not get blown up to death. We're going to jump down here. We are going to go into game mode survival just like this. And these are the new default breaking tools for the warped blocks. So these are either the warped warp blocks or the nether warp blocks. These are they called... what are they called? I think they are still called warped blocks. If we take a look at nether warp blocks, yeah. So this is now the default tool. You now have a use for all your netherite Unbreaking 3 Mending Diamond Hose. Yes, there we go. So that is good to hear. We've got some actual functionality for these. And obviously this will be very interesting to take a look at when farms start coming out for these kind of trees, which is going to be very, very interesting. Right, we need to head over to one of our Crimson Forests, which I'm going to do a quick bit of a fly around, and hopefully we're going to see one of the vines which are appearing on the roof. Now, typically we're not going to run into one, so you know what, let's use the brand new locate biome command, and we're going to type in Crimson Forest just like that, and we're going to teleport all the way to there we go, and let's see, yep, there we go, we have some of these weeping vines. We can now climb up these as regular vines. If we go inside them and we just hold spacebar, we are able to go up, and we can hold shift in them and not fall down. So that's a pretty interesting feature that will actually be, I'm assuming, be incredibly useful for building in the nether. Let's say we were building down, we had a base down here, but we needed to get a few blocks down. This will be a very interesting mechanic to be able to use to get underneath blocks, as scaffolding doesn't really offer that at the moment. So yes, we have some very, very interesting features in this update. Alongside this, there are other things in changelog, plus a load of bug fixes, all of those kind of bits and pieces. So there's a link to the changelog down below. If you have enjoyed today's snapshot video and you are looking forward to more nether content, make sure to subscribe, as nether content will be coming out on this channel very, very soon. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.